success. So I wanted to dive right into a few things, few features, tips that I have for you that will help you to further stand out with your videos so that you can get more views and more leads for your business. So let's start with the desktop. For desktop, I love using third-party software. Now there are a ton of different kinds out there, but I actually have two favorites. The first one is Zoom. I love to use Zoom to broadcast live because, ladies, it's got a beauty filter on there. Hello. I love that, but also because I am able to host more than one person in that live stream. So if I wanted to do an interview, or if I wanted to do some type of a group training and I wanted to broadcast that, or if I wanted to do even a webinar or screen share, I can go back and forth and I can use Zoom for that. So that is really great.
All right, so one of the reasons why I love Zoom is because I can get it through MLSP. When I go to my account tab, go to my webinars, and voila, you can get Zoom here. Okay, now here's what happens. Once you have your account, sign in, and you would simply go to webinars, schedule. You can even record these. So this is another great feature here, is the fact that once you have gone live, you can take the recording and you can place it anywhere else that you'd like. You could definitely be able to edit the video and shorten it so that, you know, your main points get across. So you can record, and you can record it on your computer itself or even in the cloud where you would get emailed the recording. So that's really cool. And then you just schedule. Start the webinar. All right, so again, like I was saying, you can actually go in to your settings here for your video settings. And bam, you can click touch up my appearance. So I love the fact that there is a beauty filter there. And of course, the most important part is going live with this. So the way that you do that is simply click more, and you can go live on Facebook, which is really, really cool. You can click this, and you can even decide where you're going to post, whether it's your timeline, on one of your pages, or even in a group. So that is pretty cool. You can even go live inside of an event, you guys. So that is really something to think about as you get creative with growing your business. All right, so all cool stuff there. And you can adjust your lighting. You can fix the video, the audio, select a good mic, and you are good to go.
Now, here's another favorite of mine. I absolutely love using OBS, Open Broadcaster Software. So what I love about OBS is the fact that I can add my logo on there for it to really stand out. I can even add my social media handles, and these things allow people to take notice and really want to take a look at what I'm talking about. I can even add images or text so that it grabs people's attention and they want to know more.
All right, so for those of you that are a little bit more tech savvy, then you may really love OBS. Now, I gotta say that I am not the most technical person, but I've definitely come a very long way from when I first got started. And so OBS did take me a little bit of time to learn and to understand. My son had to teach me how to use this and set everything up. He actually set everything up for me at first, and then he walked me through and showed me how to do it myself. And so it's been really cool ever since. So what you'll notice is you'll have your screen up here. Okay. And then you'll have scenes. So you don't really need to worry about scenes right now, especially if you're just going to go live. So don't worry about these other two. You just have the one scene. When you come over to sources, these are the different features that you're going to have pop up and show up on your screen. So for example, you can put up a display capture, which is basically your screen share, and that's what I'm using right now, which is why you don't see me, but you see the screen. So again, for those of you that don't feel comfortable in front of the camera, you can still use Facebook Live. You can still live stream, whether it's on Facebook or not. You could be doing YouTube Live or whatever, but you can share your screen and again, show people your really cool, awesome, amazing slides. You can put up images. You can put up an image slideshow. You can put up a media source, which is video. So this is what you would use if you want to put up an intro. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I have up, okay? But I just wanted to go through these. You have scenes, and again, don't worry about that so much. You can put up text. So if there's a website you want people to visit, you can type it ahead of time and have it pop up at a certain point in your video. There is the video capture device, which is obviously going to be your camera. And then there's window capture for things like, for me, I like to show my calculator a lot when I am talking about commissions or setting goals and things like that. So I love to have that up there. There's also group. I honestly don't know what that is. I don't use it. Don't worry about it. Okay. So these are like your major features. So I'm going to show you some of them. Okay, so for example, your display capture. Again, this is your screen share. All right. Images. This is where you can put up your logo. So you just want to make sure it's on a transparent background. So here's my logo. All right. And then I also started doing the image slideshow recently. One of the things that I did with that is I started using that to show people my various social media platforms so that they can follow me on their favorite platform. So that's pretty cool. All right, now for media sources. So again, this is where you can put your intros and outros, which is really cool. So here's my intro. Text. So I do have some text saved. Right? So when I'm promoting a webinar that I'm getting ready to do, I have something like this. The video capture, again, that's your camera. And since I'm doing a screen share right now, it will not allow me to also use my video camera. And then, like I said, there's window capture. So, for example, I have one saved where I like to use my calculator. And I would actually have to have the calculator open first. So I'd open my calculator. And then when I click calculator, it would show up on the screen for everybody else to be able to see. So that's really, really cool stuff. All right, so there you have it. Now, when it comes to your audio, you do want to make sure that your mic is on. There have been many a times that I have forgotten to check and make sure that my mic is on. So in my particular webcam, of course, it comes with the built-in mic, but I prefer to use my Blue Yeti mic. So I have to make sure that I click the gear, I go into properties, and I make sure that it's my Yeti that is on so that I get the absolute best quality. And then of course that the audio is not playing at all so that I don't get an echo. All right, so that's basically all of the settings that you'll need to focus on right now. And just by the way, just in case you were wondering, well, Val, what are the scenes for? This is going to come in handy for when you want to repurpose your Facebook Lives on Facebook. Right? So whether it's an old Facebook Live or even a recorded video, if you wanted to stream live, you would put it in scenes. So that's a little bit more advanced. That can come a little bit later. But for right now, these are the basics that you need to know. Final thing is, now that you're done, you will want to make sure that your settings are set right for you to stream on Facebook Live. So you will go to Facebook, you will click live video, and when you do, as you can see, you've got camera and then you have connect. So you will not be able to access your camera because OBS is on and OBS will be using your webcam. So you're going to click connect, and as you can see, this is your live stream info. Okay, so you can use a persistent stream key, or you can have a new stream key every single time. Now, in case you're wondering what the stream key is, it's basically this. This is the key to connect your third-party software, OBS, which is Open Broadcaster Software or Open Broadcaster Studio now, so that it can now stream. Okay, so I personally like to use the persistent stream key. That way I don't forget. Okay, so I'll take this. This is it right here. If you're using OBS, you don't have to worry about the server URL. You need to focus on the persistent stream key. So you'll copy that, and then you'll head over to OBS. You'll go into settings, and you'll go to stream. When you're on stream, of course, you're going to click Facebook Live, right? Don't worry about the server, that's default. And then this is where you would put that stream key. When you're done here, make sure that you click apply and then OK. Now you are ready to start streaming. So you would click start streaming, and this would stream. Okay, so that is basically how this works. And again, I can't really show you me right now because I'm doing a screen share, and that's what it's using the camera for. But that is basically how it works. You type in your description here, you type in a title here, make sure this is set to public so everybody can see your amazing content, and you're good to go. Now, for those of you that are a little bit more advanced, there are some additional settings that you can do. And again, this is more advanced. So you can leave them set on default, or you can change them up to whatever you want. There's even a way for you to get your viewers to interact and engage with you, where you can even add in tickets or questions. You can poll them to find out, to extract certain information that will help you in the future. So that's pretty cool as well. And by the way, remember that you can schedule these, right? So if you follow my previous tip where I was suggesting that you have a set schedule for when you go live, you can literally set this in advance. People will see that in their news feed that you're scheduled to go live at a certain time, and there's basically a countdown. So they'll hop on a few minutes before, and then when you, bam, actually go live, they'll already be there ready and waiting for you. So that's really amazing. If this is pretty overwhelming to you right now, no sweat. Do not worry about this. You can move on and just focus on Zoom right now. Like I said, this is if you're more tech savvy and you really want to be super fancy and make your videos stand out. However, there are other ways that you can make your videos stand out if this is confusing for you. But I did want to add this in as a bonus for those of you that would be excited and ready to use this.
So now with the phone features, you will be able to use your phone to stand out as well. There's a lot of cool features on the phone that's not available on desktop. So I wanted to make sure that we take a moment to explore those together.
All right, so let's try having a little fun going live with our phone. So as you can see, all you'll need to do is click what's on your mind, and ta-da, as you scroll, you'll see go live. So click that. Bam! So now when you're here, I want you to notice all these really cool features and settings. Up at the top where you see the camera icon with the arrows, that allows you to switch your camera lens so that it's facing the other way. Of course, you don't want to do that when you're live, right? You're on this side of the lens. There's also flash, and the 3 buttons lined up, stacked up, right? That is for you to do
audio live if you would like to. So if you want to go live using just the audio, you can. When you do, you'll click that and you can use it just as is, or you can click that plus button in the top left and you can select a picture that you have saved in your camera roll. Right now, of course, this doesn't fit, so I wouldn't use that one, right? But you could always go back and select again. So maybe I want to use an attention getting picture like this, because I'm going to be talking about some of the do's and don'ts of using Facebook Live or of building a business. And this picture would definitely get folks' attention because they'd be like, why does she look like that? Right? So that's one thing that you can do. You'll click done, and then you can add in your description. And you click done. Right, and then you're good to go. You can start your audio live, or your live audio. Now let's say I actually do want to show my face. Cool, I can do that. You X out of this, right? You go back in to go live. Boop. All right, so now that I'm here, here's something that you want to think about before you do anything else. Before you click that start live video, you want to decide how you want to hold the camera. You need to make up your mind and get it right before you click the start button, because once you start, you can't go back and you can't switch after you click start. So right now I'm in portrait mode. You'd want to do portrait mode if you are planning to just do it on Facebook and not really repurpose it anywhere else. It's totally fine. Or if you're planning on repurposing it on platforms where they want the vertical video or the square video, this will be the best option for you. So for example, if you're going to take this video later, download it and perhaps upload it onto Instagram, maybe IGTV or Instagram stories, or even Facebook stories, this would be the best way to hold it, which is your portrait mode. Okay. Now, if you are planning on taking your Facebook Live and repurposing it on something like YouTube or Twitter, or even in an email, you will want to hold it the landscape way, which is simply turning your camera on its side so that it is horizontal. Right? So when you hold it like this is more of your traditional video setting, your TV setting. So that is the way that you'll want to hold this. Now, of course, another option is to not hold it and to simply have a stand that you can set this on. Now, let's get into the fun. And just for the sake of this training, I'm doing it portrait mode, the traditional way of holding the phone to do a live video. So I want you to notice down here at the bottom, you've got live video, lip sync live, mystery masks, popular masks. You will also have some more cool features when you press that magic wand. But before we get into that, I wanted to go over a couple of these. So the live video is your traditional Facebook Live where people can click the reactions and all that good stuff, and it's you in front of the camera. Now, you also have Lip Sync Live, where Facebook is allowing you to use music, right? They're giving you permission to use the music from this list, and you're basically lip syncing. So they'll hear the music, but they won't really hear you talking, just so you know, because you're supposed to be lip syncing, right? And you can make a selection there. And then you also have your mystery mask or your popular masks, where you can set different things. It just depends on the time of the year and, you know, what's going on, stuff like that, what changes that Facebook makes. So you just want to check them out, play around with it, see what you like. Now for that magic wand, we're going to click that. And you have frames here, right? So it just frames around you. You also have masks. So it will cover, right, and change up your look. And then you even have cool effects. Ooh. Okay, so you got some really cool effects there. Again, back to the frames. Right, cool stuff here.
And then even the pencil icon is here for you to write if you want it to. And then you can always get rid of it when you want. So cool stuff there. Now, I want you to think about something. If you are using Facebook Live on your phone and you're using all these cool features, I mean, gosh, there's so many advantages to this. Number one, when you're using your phone, typically when you're using your phone, you're out and about, right? You're out in some natural light. So your lighting is perfect and it's free. The mic on your phone is quality, so you don't have to pay extra for that. And if you are using these various features, that is an advantage for you. One, of course, you're going to stand out. How many people do you see using these phone features on a regular basis? Exactly. So if you start using it, it will definitely help you to stand out with your videos. Also, think about this. Facebook is providing you with all these cool features and cool gadgets and things that you can play around with. So if you use them, Facebook more than likely will promote your live because you're using their stuff and you're enjoying it. They want more people to see all the different things that Facebook users can use when they're here. They make them stay. So if you're using it, more than likely they will promote your Facebook Live more than others. So definitely great advantages for using your phone and using the features on your phone. So now that you have this, it is time. It is time for you to just have fun with this. There is no wrong. There is no, oh my gosh, I failed because I didn't get my Facebook Live right. There is no getting your Facebook Live right. It's getting it done. It's getting it out there. Right? So as long as you have a message to share, which I know that you do because you wouldn't be in business if you didn't, just come out here and have a little fun with it. If you mess up, if you slip up, if you say the wrong word, if you get tongue-tied, or even if you forget what you've said, right? And you lost your train of thought, I do that all the time. Guess what? Your fans will still love you. Your audience will still love you because they love you. They don't love how perfect you are because none of us are perfect. So get out here and have as much fun with this as you possibly can.